I close my eyes and smell your perfume, and your memory starts wafting through my mind. Since we were kids, kicking old empty cans, we always shared our dreams and our plans. Now we're home, as quiet as a mouse, as I sit alone in this cold empty house. Looking up into clear night sky, under the brightest big old harvest moon. My life, I feel, has passed me by. I feel we'll be together again real soon. Since we were kids, kicking old empty cans, we always shared our dreams and our plans. As I sit alone in this cold empty house, as I sit alone in this cold empty house.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Think you found that someone that snuck into your heart? You get them all the feelings of till death do us part. Then one night when you come home and you walk through your front door, she looks at you, says she's leaving, and she don't love you anymore. I drank the whiskey to help me through, erase my memories of you. My friends try to help, saying I'll be fine. Me, I drank the whiskey. I even tried the wine. Sitting here at the end of this bar, Jack Daniels in my hand, staring at that fool in the mirror as I try to understand. Trying to figure out where I went wrong. Is there something I didn't see? I've heard them say that love is blind, and think it would be me. I drank the whiskey to help me through, to erase my memories of you. My friends try to help, saying I'll be fine. Me, I drank the whiskey. I even tried the wine. Yeah, me, I drank the whiskey. I even tried the wine.
His name is Tommy Lee Moffett. He is making his radio debut tonight on Triple Play Thursday. That is called Drink the Whiskey. And then before that, another great song called This Cold Empty House. We'll have one more from Tommy Lee Moffett in just a moment. Welcome to Triple Play Thursday on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com, live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. And boy, do we got a great live show for you tonight. 3 hours of the best in new country. Everybody gets played 3 times in a row, 3 of their great songs, and a couple of great radio interviews in the mix tonight where you get to hear the stories behind those songs. Meredith Crawford is going to be with me in hour number 1. Then in hour number 2, my good friend Will Wesley, who is also a sponsor of the Tim Kelly Show, and I'm wearing his shirt right now. So come over here on TikTok Live if you want to check that out. I'm at Tim Kelly on air on TikTok. I'm also on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio, and I'm also live on my Facebook account, so come check out that Face for Radio, mainly over here on TikTok, and I've already had a couple of gifters over there, so I appreciate those as well, and if you want to do that, that is totally up to you, but I'd love to chat with you. Come into TikTok at Tim Kelly on air and tell us where you're listening from as well. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the other stations that replay this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, and we are also on Tailgate Country Radio out of Canada, Radio 94.3 in Sweden, Hot and Funky Radio, and KDubRadio.com as well. You can check out the Tim Kelly Show on all the major streaming formats like iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, wherever you stream music, just Google search the Tim Kelly Show, and you too will be listening to New Country's Best. The third one in the triple play for Tommy Lee Moffett. I love this song. I wish I could just go fishing. That's what I'm going to be doing when it decides it wants to turn to spring on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this triple play Thursday.
She's been living in my house about 6 months or so. With all them changes she has made, man, she's gotta go. All her rules and regulations that she's enforced. There's only one thing I wanna do, and I'm sure that she knows. I wish that I could just go fishing, take my boat out on the lake. Lately I've been reminiscing, getting with her's my biggest mistake. Maybe someday I'll take her fishing in my boat out on the lake. If I come back and she is missing, I'll just say she moved away. Favorite outdoor toys. All she's got's a honey-do list. She's adding more and more. As soon as that woman turns her back, I'm headed out the door. I wish that I could just go fishing, take my boat out on the lake. Lately I've been reminiscing, getting with her's my biggest mistake. Maybe someday I'll take her fishing in my boat out on the lake. If I come back and she is missing, I'll just say she moved away. Weekends with her at the Walmart, that is not for me. I'd rather have some beers and watch the football on TV. Her furnishings and decorations, they're just all wrong. Even my singing Sammy Bass from the wall is gone. I wish that I could just go fishing, take my boat out on the lake. Lately I've been reminiscing, getting with her's my biggest mistake. Maybe someday I'll take her fishing in my boat out on the lake. If I come back and she is missing, I'll just say she moved away. Yeah, I'll just say she moved away. Oh yeah, man, she's gone.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
I heard a little story about you and this girl, and to my surprise, she wasn't me. Found her name saved in your phone with a heart next to a picture of a girl named Casey. I don't mean to cause a problem, I'm a little confused. You said that she was just an old friend. Be careful what you say, you wish for moving on, 'cause I'll always win in the end. Oh, honey, you couldn't choose between the sweet girls that were loving on you. Now you left smelling our perfumes instead of having one. You just had to have two. So bless your heart. She told me her side of the story that night we went out to the bar. Talked about scratching your truck with the keys you thought you had to our hearts. We don't mean any trouble, but we always find out. So baby, don't tread on me. Oh, honey, you couldn't choose between the sweet girls that were loving on you. Now
2.
I've gotten good at driving with the tears falling down. Every sign I see reminds me of how you're still around. In the town that I wish you just pack your bags and leave, so I can finally get myself some sleep. Then I start thinking about every little memory, like riding with the windows down while the sun is setting on our town. I had someone to tell everything till you changed one day out of the blue, and you became someone I knew long ago. If you called me, I would still pick up and say hello, but it won't fix the heart you broke. Thanks for turning into the one who hurt the worst. After everything I gave you, my best just didn't work. You taught me a lesson I didn't know I had to learn. At least I got that from you in return. I don't miss you, but I miss the thought of us forever, riding with the windows down while the sun is setting on our town. I hate someone to tell everything till you changed one day out of the blue, and you became someone I knew long ago. If you called me, I would still pick up and say hello, but it won't fix the heart you broke. You think you know someone that'll catch you when you fall. Now all that's left for me is a broken dream of when we had it all. Riding with the windows down while the sun is setting on our town. I had someone to tell everything till you changed one day out of the blue, and you became someone I knew long ago. If you called me now, I'd still pick up and say hello. I don't need to hear you're sorry, just want you to know that I fixed the heart you broke.
That talented young lady right there is making her radio debut tonight on the Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. Her name is Kendale Walker. It is Kendale, Kendale. And Kendale Walker on Facebook and social media. Go give her a like and a follow. She is fantastic. That is called Heart You Broke. And before that, another great heart song, her latest single out to radio called Bless Your Heart. And we'll have one more from Kendale Walker in just a moment. But first, I want to tell you that coming coming up on April the 10th. She will be my special guest on another Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. You'll get to hear the stories behind her songs, and we'll have a great radio interview as well. And you can check out my full live interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. After one more song from Kendall Walker, we're going to have our first radio interview of this edition of Triple Play Thursday. Meredith Crawford is going to join me on the program, and you're going to get to hear her stories behind the songs and 3 great songs from her as well. The third song in the Triple Play for Kendall Walker is called Home Sweet Hometown Girl on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
That room right there is where I'd stay up late. 1, 2, 3 a.m. passing by while I think about college out of state. I'd lay there and wonder how I'd be okay. 18 and on my own, 14 hours away. And I'd miss Mama's cooking, and I'd miss Dad coming home from work. They won't be there to calm me down when a boy makes my heart hurt. I'd miss the dogs, and I'd miss that house that I dreamed so badly of getting out. But growing up can change someone, I've heard. And I would stay if you just say the word. I'm a home sweet hometown girl. In that living room with the dog hair on that couch, 5 p.m. would come around and it'd be the best room in that house. My brother and my sister were breaking all the rules while we'd laugh and tell our stories about what happened that day at school. And I'd miss Mom's cooking, and I'd miss Dad taking me to work. They won't be there to calm me down when a boy makes my heart hurt. I'd miss the dogs, and I'd miss that house that I dreamed so badly of getting out. But growing up can change someone, I've heard. And I would stay if you just say the word. Can't drive home every 2 weeks. Gas is expensive these days. Mama, please convince me I don't need college out of state. Oh, 'cause I'd miss your cooking, and I'd miss stealing Dad's old shirts. I know you're only a call away, but damn it, that goodbye would hurt. I'd miss the dogs, and I'd miss that house that I dreamed so badly of getting out. But growing up can change a girl, I know. And I would stay if you just say don't go. I'm a hometown girl, you know. Home sweet hometown girl.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday, and that means every artist on the show gets 3 songs in a row played. And not only are we going to play from 3 from this next young artist, but we're going to do a great radio interview as well and get to hear the stories behind those songs. Her name is Meredith Crawford. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I already called you young. We're going to get along fine, aren't we now?
Well, hey, I'll take a young compliment.
Me too. They can card me anytime.
That's what I say. Yes.
Yeah. Appreciate you doing the program tonight. It's great to have you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, Tim.
You're welcome. Where are you calling in from tonight?
I'm calling in from a little town in East Texas called Chandler.
Okay.
It's right around Tyler, Texas, if you're familiar with that area.
Awesome. We went to Texas in September of last year in 24 to visit my wife's relatives. They're in Forney, Texas, in a little town of Cross Plains on the other side of Fort Worth.
I know where Forney is.
Yeah,
I
there
go
you
through
go.
that town all the time.
No kidding. We were just talking. It's a small world. You have actually worked in Springfield, Missouri, and I'm just south of there here in Branson. So we go to Springfield all the time.
Yep. Small world.
That is. Small world in the independent community, too. My good friend Anthony Bonnet, who I interviewed from Texas not too long ago, turned me on to you, and I'm sure glad he did. Your music is fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. So that little town, and you started singing in the church. You were surrounded by a bunch of other people singing in the church, and that's how you started. Man, that's a cool story, and that happens to a lot of folks.
Yes, it does. Yeah, I was very fortunate to get to be a part of a church community where music was kind of one of their biggest draws in the church. Was their worship team was really great, but also, I mean, just being in the pews with a bunch of people that sing and harmonize, and you kind of get caught up in all those sounds around you as a little kid, you know.
Yep. And I probably, if I ask this question, I'm probably sure you'll agree that that Texas country music scene is really hot. It has been for a long time, and that's probably what turned you on to country music too, huh?
Well, it did eventually. It turned me on to Texas country, especially Texas country artists and the music that we have in the state in the Lone Star State. But before my true introduction into country music was growing up with the radio and hearing what was coming out of Nashville. And then once I got a little bit older, I started doing these little Opry shows around Texas where they have a little house band and they play a lot of classic country songs. So I grew up. Once I got into the Opry scene around 12 years old or so, I started really digging into the classic country era, like the Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, Hank Williams Sr. So it really started there with that. That was the genesis of it for me.
Isn't that interesting? And I say this quite a bit on the radio, the lasting impact that those artists that you just named have in the world of country music. And there's a bunch of others, but especially for Patsy Cline, she's been gone longer than most young folks that I interview have been alive, and she still influences them in their music.
She was one of a kind.
Yeah.
Her voice was a legend. It still is. It still gives me chills.
Yeah, it is. And I play it on my classic country radio station that plays around the clock 24/7 on my website too. So you guys click on that, and it's commercial free, and there's just some great country music in there. So classic country radio on my website. But you started playing that Texas Opry circuit at the age of 16, but somewhere in there you put a guitar in your hands, and we might say the rest is history. That started songwriting, and here we are tonight.
That's for sure. Yes. Whenever, basically I taught myself how to play guitar. My mom got me one of these big old fake books. They call them country fake books or whatever, but it's just full. It's like a country music Bible, and it's full of chords and songs and standards. And so I would follow those charts and learn how to play chords and learn how to play the songs. And but once I learned the chords, that was really when I started to think about songwriting and what do I have to say? Do I have anything to say? And really, it hit me hard in high school. And, growing up on the radio, my brain is wired to study lyrics. I love to study lyrics. And so as a kid, my mind would find the rhyming scheme and the meter and how lyrics were structured and how the chorus, all the verses would support the chorus. And so I kind of learned that just kind of secondhand by being a radio kid. And And then, but it really just fed right into songwriting once I learned how to play the guitar a little bit.
Yeah, that's interesting that you mentioned that, because that's one of the questions that I ask. Are you more lyric based, or do you have to hear the hook first, or sometimes it's a combination of both? But
Yeah.
you love the lyrics, and I do too, man. And I think country music tells the best stories, don't you?
They do. Yeah, it does.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, best stories.
They call it three chords in the truth. So I guess with that guitar, if you can learn to play those three chords, you're well on your way, huh?
Yes, it definitely helps if you learn some more than three chords.
Right. I kind of figured that.
Yeah. Always, my kiddos are learning how to play guitar, and my son's taking off like a rocket, and so is my daughter. But I'm always telling them, like, learn more chords. Don't box yourself in. Learn more.
Yep. I talked to artists too that learn how to, or tried to learn how to play the piano, maybe took lessons or something like that, but they never really got that, so they kind of put the piano away. But I love the piano in the world of country music too, and a mixture of all of it. Alabama says you got to have a fiddle in the band, and that steel guitar, keeping that traditional country music sound alive. I love hearing that too.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. So, and you guys down there in Texas, man, they do it right. They got their own brand of country music with that Texas red dirt country, don't they?
Yes, it is definitely its own brand. For me, I knew it was always going around me, but I didn't really learn about the intense scene in Texas until I was in high school, and I got introduced to bands like Randy Rogers Band and Wade Bowen and Jason Boland and Cross Canadian Ragweed, and that era of it, there's even more behind the veil of that.
Uh-huh.
Going back to Guy Clark and Townes Van Zandt and Blaze Foley and Charlie Robinson and Bruce Robinson. There's just so many. There's so much going on. It's just a big old state, and there's a lot of stuff going on in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many other genres too that are incorporated in country music now. There's some blues in there. There's a little bit of rock and roll. There's all kinds of different influences, and I talk to artists all the time with a wide variety of all of that, in their music. And I love that, because I love when you sound unique and different and don't sound like anybody else. That's really what makes you stand out, isn't it?
That's for sure. I believe in that 100%.
Yeah, you're one of those artists too. I'm telling you, that first song I ever heard from you, we're going to play it first tonight for the folks, is called "Ghost to You," and we've got artists that are already listeners too, that are already requesting hearing that song on the radio. So that's good stuff.
I love to hear that. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, I got a lot of listeners that come into my TikTok lives, and they are also artists. And, they jump in there, and I'm like, okay, let's book a radio interview. So I've done several of those here in the last couple of weeks, just off people coming into my chat room on TikTok. But they are loving "Ghost to You," absolutely.
I love it. That makes me feel so much better.
Yeah.
You know how it is sometimes when you release a song, you don't know where it's going to land. So happy to hear it.
Now, you're a young lady, you're singing in church, and you're kind of learning to do that. But at what point did you really realize that you had a voice that you wanted people to hear in the world of country music?
That's a good question. It kind of, in the world of country music, I think it really, I'm a very self-conscious person.
Mm-hmm.
I get real defeated very easily, and so especially when I was a kid, I was an extremely shy child, and I've gotten out of my shell a little bit and been a little bit more confident, probably a little too confident sometimes. I've definitely put my foot in my mouth. But when I was younger and I was a kid, I don't think I really felt I was good until someone told me I was good with something that really felt like a next level type of thing. So I think when I was a kiddo, I think it was probably like 12, 13, I can't remember. I think it was 13 or 14. But I got nominated at one of the little Opries for a Newcomer of the Year. And I knew the other people that were in that category with me were just like crazy good. And when I was able to get that award, that really shook me, because I normally didn't win anything as a kid. And so I just kind of thought it was very validating. And not that you want to be validated through an award, but if you've got an extremely shy personality and you are very insecure, then something like that really can give you the confidence that you need to get to the next place in life with music.
Yeah, that is awesome. I love hearing that because you need to hear that, don't you? And you do all of these live shows for the applause at the end of the show. Yes, there's money involved if you're doing well in that, you know, and you're making a living in country music. There's nothing better than doing what you love and getting paid to do it. But it's for that applause, that recognition, those meet and greets that you do after the show and folks coming up to you and telling you your music's great. They want your autograph. All of that stuff makes you feel the best, doesn't it?
Yes, it really does. It's very it's comforting, especially when you know if you need that confidence. And I'm unfortunately I spend a lot of time in my head, so
yeah,
it definitely helps.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to keep telling you your music's great, and we'll make your head so big your headphones won't fit.
Oh, daggum. If it makes my hair thicker, I'm cool with that.
That too.
Keeps my hair from falling out.
That's right. You were on your way to Music City to do something really big in the world of country music in Nashville, but life happened. You became a mom, and so you had to kind of put that on hold. Tell us about that story.
Sure thing. Well, I was definitely I was top 10% in my graduating class in high school. I tried to do all the things that make a college application look really pretty, and but I got pregnant when I was the last semester of my senior year, and it kind of changed the direction, the course of my path. And there for a while I was a little like, man, maybe I'll never get to do music again, because you know when life happens, it will happen. Mm-hmm. And especially at the young age of 18. Well, I was 17. I had Wyatt, my first son, when I was 18, and then I had my daughter, Amy, when I was 19. And so for a long time, I was just raising babies and going to school and working full time and just really trying to find a way to support a family, and doing it on my own with the help of our families is really tough. Yeah. So, but it made for a lot of good songwriting material, and you know, I don't think that, you know, God has his plans and you have yours. And if you really are like, well, this is what I want, God, I want you to do it. You know, he knows what's best for us, and he knew it was best for me. Mm-hmm. And I believe it 100% that my kids, they changed my life for the better. Yeah. And that there's no way that I would have been there. There's no way that you could take all that stuff back and expect to get to the same place you are right now. There's just no way. You're really to be applauded now for telling that story, because that is fantastic, and your kids love you for that, you know, and they probably support you to this day in your music, you know, and there's nothing better than having that family support. That's the number one thing you need. That's true. Yeah, I mean, they're in the teenage years, so I'm not the coolest person right now, but now, but I know it'll turn around. You're cool. You're definitely cool. They'll figure that out here in a day or two. Guarantee you. Now, let me ask you about your son and daughter. Are they musically inclined like mom, and maybe they want to try to do something with it? They are. They're young. They're 15 and 16 right now, but my daughter I've been told by a few people that my daughter has a better voice than I do. Wow. And but like with this industry and with all maturity, it takes a long time sometimes to develop into a certain artist or develop into your voice, you know? Yes. And my son also, he's got a great voice, and he's picking up the guitar real easily. And I have this feeling that if they ever did want to, you know, drive into the music industry and try to do something with it, I might just be here long enough to learn so that I can support them in their own journeys. And that's fine with me. That's where the road leads, and that's where it leads. So that is awesome. I love hearing that. You know, I ask that question a lot of times, and I do hear that, you know, a lot of these young folks, and I've interviewed artists as young as 10 on this program. I've had some 14-year-olds, some 16-year-olds. I recently interviewed the Bennett Hall Band. They're three talented young sisters. They're 17, 15, and 12. Awesome harmonies. Wow. And yeah, it's just fantastic, and the talent that is out there just blows my mind, and I'm sure you see a lot of it down there in Texas too. I see. Yes, there's tons of it. Yeah, it just and it always rises to the top, doesn't it? Yes. You know, it's as it should. It's talent and hard work. Those are the two things that'll get you in a lot of places.
And
That's very true.
get you on this program, that's for sure.
Yes.
I can definitely say New Country's best behind all of your songs. That's our tagline here at the station. I'm getting ready to say it here in just a moment. Tell us the story behind Ghost to You, the first song we're going to play tonight for you.
Sure thing. Actually, I wrote that song. I only lived in Springfield, Missouri for a year, but I moved there before I had my first son, and so me and their dad moved into a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath house over there in Springfield, Missouri, and you know, we're both young, trying to figure out how to do life, and mistakes were made and whatnot, and hearts were broken, and so that little home we lived in it was just, I guess I would say that I felt like a ghost in it, and trying to learn how to be a mom, how to be, you know, how to build a family out of nothing, basically out of scraps. And the story really is just about feeling alone and feeling overlooked in a house, whether you're, you know, the mother or the father or the brother, the sister, the wife, the husband. It's just about feeling like kind of claustrophobic in a home and not being able to, just feeling invisible. And so that year of living in Springfield brought a lot of inspiration for that song. But I didn't write about that song, or I write about that part of my life until literally 2 or 3 years ago when I wrote Ghost to You. Because it was just a hard chapter of my life to revisit. And definitely needed some space away from it to be able to kind of see the bigger picture of what was really going on in the house. And Ghost to You it really literally just fell out from me.
That is amazing about music. I hear that all the time, you know, songs that people hold on to for a long, long time sometimes, and then they release them. And, man, I'm sure glad to be one of the first radio stations to play it and radio shows. And talking about Springfield, Missouri, tomorrow night, which will be March the 7th, I'm going to be doing my show live from Springfield, Missouri at Creekside at Elfindale. It's an upscale 55 and over senior community, and they love the country music. You know that, the Patsy Clines and all that we talked about, they listen to that stuff when they were young people, and so they absolutely love it, and they're loving that we're doing the show there for them, and gives them something great to listen to on a Friday night. That's for sure.
Heck yeah.
So we love Springfield, Missouri, and there's a pretty good music scene here too as well.
I know I never got into the music scene in Springfield whenever I lived there, but I sure would like to see what's up around that town.
Yeah, we got some great local talent here, and I've had the pleasure to interview some of them on this program as well. I'll give a couple of them a shout out. My good friend Danny Terrell, and then the great group Midwest Thick. They've both been nominated for those Josie Awards out of Nashville that she does at the Grand Ole Opry and everything right here in Springfield.
Awesome.
So we look forward to playing your music for a long, long time, and I know you're not going to quit. You're going to keep going.
I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah, me too. That's why this all works. Well, we're gonna play "Ghost to You" by Meredith Crawford. We're gonna come back and talk some more to her here in just a moment on the Tim Kelly Show, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
But you move forward when the history that made us, it couldn't really save us. That little voice never spoke up much back then, but now it's the loudest in my head. You made me want you bad, and now you wish you never had, and I'm a ghost to you. Well, I'm just a ghost to you. You walk right through my pain, but I can't unfeel a thing when I'm a ghost to you. Well, I'm just a ghost to you. I'm just a ghost to you. I face eternity, chained to your memory, 'cause I'm a ghost to you. I'm just a ghost to you. Well, I'm the lock, you're the key. Say you're sorry, set me free, but I'm a ghost to you. Well, I'm just a ghost to you. 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 You made me want you bad, and now you wish you never had, and I'm a ghost to you. Well, I'm just a ghost to you. You walk right through my pain, but I can't unfeel a thing when I'm a ghost to you. I'm just 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 a ghost to you.
Her name is Meredith Crawford. That is called Ghost to You. What a fantastic song. And you got to hear the story behind it, ladies and gentlemen. That all happened when she lived here in Springfield, Missouri, just north of Branson. And I'm broadcasting there, like I said, live again tomorrow night. So, man, what a great song. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You definitely have a voice that needs to be heard in country music, and the stories that you can tell. I can tell already that you've got a bunch of those.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, do you, let's give a big shout out where you record. I don't know if you go to Nashville and Music City to record, but if so, or if not, let's give a shout out to that recording studio that you use to make this music.
Sure thing. I used a buddy of mine from the East Texas area. There's two guys. One of them's name is Daryl Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
He was based out of Gladewater, Texas. And then my friend Colby Arnett, based out of Alba, Texas. He helped do this too. And then I had my band, of course, playing the instruments. But Colby and Daryl really helped lead up the production and the engineering on it.
Awesome. You talking about a band now, is that the kind of shows that you do, mostly full band, or do you like some of those more intimate venues and acoustic sets too?
I try to do a mixture of both. It's a little easier to book solo duo shows. My husband, Chris Rasco, he's my guitar player, and so we've been playing a lot of shows together, just acoustic duo shows, and that's a little easier as far as traveling and booking. But I sure do love playing with my guys. I have a wonderful drummer, Chris Gafford, and a wonderful bass player, Jonathan Wilson, based out of East Texas, that, you know, whenever we get those opportunities, we take them.
There you go. And have you ever played in Branson? I know you were close to Branson when you were in Springfield. Have you ever done anything here?
I have never done anything in Branson.
We'll see if we can fix that.
Yeah, okay, I like it.
We love music here, of course, and you know that back in the day, Glenn Campbell and Roy Clark and Mickey Gilley had theaters here, and I was telling you off the air, I came here because my brother was Andy Williams' TV producer and did his Christmas commercials for a couple of years and put them on TV, so that, the media thing's what brought me to Branson, and I started my own internet radio show, and these independent artists kept coming to me, and would you play me? Would you play me? And man, I was like, this music's really good. So,
Yeah.
that's how that kind of happened. And your music is good. And I was going to say this too about Ghost to You. I bet you've already experienced people out in the crowds that know all the words to this song and singing along with it.
I have. It's been really cool to see that. It's kind of, it's been building up over the last year or so as I keep playing it live, and it's really special.
That is awesome.
There's not a feeling to match that.
Now, let me ask you this too. Some of the more famous cover songs that people do out there in the world of music, who are some of your favorites that you like to do in your shows that people also know?
I love to play a lot of neo-traditional 90s country, especially in 80s and 90s, really.
Mm-hmm.
We like to cover that Juice Newton song, Queen of Hearts.
Oh, man.
Blame It on Your Heart by Patti Loveless. Just those kind of, and we actually used to play a cover of a Highway 101 song called "The Bed You Made for Me." I don't know if you remember that band.
I do. That's all good
Yeah.
stuff. That's on my classic country station. I even did a voiceover to Juice Newton.
Yes, I love Juice Newton stuff.
That's good, man. I love that. That 90s country is what got me into country radio. It was those guys, especially from Oklahoma, like Garth and Toby, and then later on Blake Shelton, Vince Gill. They're the ones that were coming up at that time and made me want to do something in country music because I lived down there, I was telling you, in Ada, Oklahoma for about 20 years, where Blake Shelton's actually from. And married my first wife from down there, and everybody was listening to that 90s country, and I think it's just, that genre is making a big comeback. Everybody's trying to copy that one right now, I think.
I believe that too. I really do feel like that neo-traditional sound is coming. It's coming back with the Zach Tops and all kinds of different people that are bringing it back.
Yeah, that is true, and it's great to see. I love it.
I do too. Oh, I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, me too. The next song is called "Shut Your Mouth." Is that written for me or what?
Well, I actually wrote it for a friend of ours, another singer-songwriter friend of ours. She was kind of going through some stuff in her relationship. She's on the road a lot and, playing in different places. And as a woman, sometimes that can concern your man. And so I thought, like, I'll write her a song just kind of in her honor and for her. And so it's for her.
Okay, awesome. And the third one we're going to play, kick off the top of the next hour. I have shopped there many times. We live pretty close to one. It's a Goodwill store. This is called Thrift Store. I love it.
Yes, I love that one too.
So tell us about that one.
So I wrote that one about whenever I first started dating Chris, my husband now, but he and my guitar player, we would play music a lot together. And like when we weren't playing shows, we would the way that our date nights or our dates would kind of consist of going to thrift stores and all that kind of good stuff. So I got to thinking, I was like, man, thrift stores are kind of like a metaphor for life, meaning that sometimes when you don't go looking for something, you actually find it. It'll come find you. And so I've had a lot of times where I'd walk into a thrift store not expecting to find anything too special or anything at all. And then something would just be there almost like right for me. Like it was waiting for me to find it. And so I wanted to kind of write a song kind of mixing all like love and life and thrift stores all in one big old metaphor of a song.
Man, I love that. There's that saying, other people's junk is somebody else's treasures.
Exactly. Oh, man, I'm definitely a junkster. I will find junk and make it work.
Those are the great deals. And there's a lot of that in Branson, There's a great bunch of thrift stores here, and there's some really good deals in them. In fact, we go down there all the time to this one, and we recently got a love seat, for me and my wife to sit on in our living room and watch TV and stuff like that. So, yeah. And they're affordable. That's always the best, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, when I lived in Springfield, I worked at a thrift store, and so it It runs deep in my bones.
That's awesome. I love it. Tell me this, Meredith. Now, let me ask you this. If you haven't done it already, what would be your dream gig, an artist that you would like to open for, or maybe somebody you'd love to do a duet with on stage? And they could be living or past. You can bring somebody back if you wish.
Oh, man, that's a hard question. There's many, but, well, okay, I'll give you two. Bobby Gentry
Uh-huh.
and Ashley McBride.
Oh, there you go. How about that?
I think they're awesome. Yeah. And I know Bobby Gentry's still around, but you don't hear much from her. But man, oh man, I have always listened to her music and deep dove into her music. It's I love it so much.
The Tallahassee,
Ashley McBride too.
The Tallahassee Bridge song, isn't that her?
Yes, Ode to Billy Joe. That's
Billy
Bobby
Joe.
Gentry.
That's it. I love it. Yeah, I've listened to that for a long, long time. Yeah, I love that. And
Me
Ashley
too.
McBride tearing it up right now in the world of country music as a female artist. And one of my good friends, Peyton Howie, just recently finished doing shows with her and going on tour with her. So, yeah, that's good stuff.
That's awesome.
She's fantastic. Well, you have been fantastic to talk to tonight, and I appreciate the time. And so let me ask you this one last question. Where can folks reach out to you on social media if they want to check out more of your music and the stories behind these songs?
Sure thing. Well, I'm kind of doing a little bit different. I'll do social media, so you can find me on Instagram and on TikTok at Meredith Crawford Music, MEREDITH. On Facebook, I'm not really doing a whole lot on Facebook, but I do have a website, meredithcrawfordmusic.com, and you can sign up for my email updates, and that's where I kind of give you a little bit more of an exclusive look at what I'm doing. And I like kind of some more fuller content. I'll send out newsletters and whatnot. But I'm also starting a Patreon page, and that'll be at Meredith Crawford Music too.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for a great radio interview tonight. And this is our first one, but I guarantee you there will be more. So if you come out with something new you want to promote, be sure to hit me up, and let's do this again.
I sure will. Thank you, Tim.
You're welcome. Have a good spring and a great summer that's coming up. Man, I'm ready for the warmer weather, aren't you?
Me too.
We just, last week we had about 8 inches of snow in Springfield, Missouri. It's finally melted off.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I could do 8 inches of snow.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm scared.
You better tell me to shut my mouth right now, hadn't you?
I can sing it, but I can't say it.
There you go. We're going to play Shut Your Mouth and Thrift Store from Meredith Crawford on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
You don't keep me hanging on a string. Well, it don't mean that you don't get the best of my love. When my working day is through, all I think about is you. Well, it's true, you're all I'm dreaming of. And I want you to feel alright. Don't fret to death all night, 'cause all I'm ever gonna run around on the roads. And no matter what I do, I'm yours. You are gonna feel adored. So shut your mouth, I'll love you till the cows come home. All that you see are the men that look at me, but didn't I catch your eye right from the start? So know when I say that my eyes can't turn away from this love. I'm so hung up on your heart. And I want you to feel alright. Don't fret to death all night, 'cause all I'm ever gonna run around on the roads. And no matter what I do, I'm yours. You are gonna feel adored. So shut your mouth, I love you till the cows come home. Yeah, boy. And I want you to feel alright. Don't fret to death all night, 'cause all I'm ever gonna run around on the road. And no matter what I do, I'm yours. You are gonna feel adored. So shut your mouth, I'll love you till the cows come home. you till the cows come home.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Love's kind of like an old grocery store. You can walk out rich if you come in poor. It was drunk on the curve and now here it stands. People gonna toss what they just can't fix. I've been searching, nothing's working. But as soon as I don't try, I'll get a thrift store fine. I'll get a thrift store fine. Yeah. I come in here about every day. Some things say, some things stay. And looking around so like looking for love. Ain't no bit of good come looking for stuff. Well, I've been searching, nothing's working. But as soon as I don't try, I get a thrift store fine. I get a thrift store fine. I was some of the records down on the floor. This boy said, girl, what on earth are you looking for? I said I found some Lawrence Welk, some Doris Day. And he said, all that I can find is Chuck Wagon Gang. But if nothing's working, quit your searching. 'Cause as soon as you don't try, you'll get a thrift store fine. You'll get a thrift store fine. For as long as I can remember, I've been looking for my one of a kind. And on the day I got off the searches, this man comes up before my eyes, and I feel ready to believe, I feel ready to receive, and this love from this man of mine. But as soon as I don't try, I get a thrift store fine. I get a thrift store fine. Yeah, yeah.
What a great song called Thrift Store from Meredith Crawford. Man, we were jazzing it up there. That is some good stuff right there. Meredith Crawford, a little town in Texas is where she's from, formerly a resident of Springfield, Missouri, and what a great radio interview for her tonight. And speaking of Thrift Store, boy, have I got a deal for you. When you click on my website at KICR Indie Country Radio, not only do you get KICR Indie Country Radio and the country music with the Tim Kelly Show, you get the big 80s channel for 80s music. We've got classic country radio for that 90s country and beyond, and we've also got the KICR Indie Country Christmas radio channel playing Christmas music 24/7. We've got a couple of TV channels. ICTV is Indie Country Television, and that is for the independent artist country music videos. We've also got ICTV, the Christmas channel. We've got some great Christmas programming on there, and we've got those Christmas movies sponsored by Hallmark. And Andy Williams' Christmas shows are on there as well. He was here for 19 seasons in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. That's where I'm broadcasting from tonight. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show. And this next artist is going to be my special guest 1 week from tonight on another Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. His name is Brian Pataluna. You're going to get to hear the stories behind these 3 songs I'm going to play tonight next week. So be sure to tune in for that one as well. I'll hit the airwaves again at 7 p.m. Central Time next Thursday night. Lonesome Bar and Grill. This is Brian Pataluna on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
I'm that guy who thought he knew it all when it came to love. Why waste my money on flowers when I need a new golf club? She kept saying she was gonna leave me if I didn't grow up and change. I'd said whatever, just please move out of the way so I can see the game. I passed out on the couch one night, partied way too long. I woke up to an empty room, all her things were gone. Then it hit me like a brick, all her threats came true. The note said she just can't take anymore. I guess that means we're through. Sometimes I wonder if you're leaning on some jukebox playing our favorite song. If you're thinking about the times that we got crazy all night long. No matter where you are tonight, should it be near or far, greetings from the Lonesome Grill and Bar. I thought about calling her cell phone to tell her I'm glad I'm free. I thought I don't need her anyhow, she wasn't good enough for me. Then I looked down at the bottle, realized I'm all alone. How did I end up losing her? Oh, where did I go wrong? Sometimes I wonder if you're leaning on some jukebox playing our favorite song. If you're thinking about the times that we got crazy all night long. No matter where you are tonight, should it be near or far, greetings from the Lonesome Grill and Bar. Sometimes I wonder if you're leaning on some jukebox playing our favorite song. If you're thinking about the times that we got crazy all night long. No matter where you are tonight, should it be
stop at the end of the road every Friday night we call home. It don't have much class, don't have much style, but behind the place is plumb bug wild. Some people think we're crazy, out of our minds. We're just having us a good old country time. There's chicken wire in front of the stage, folks line dancing to the latest craze. A bouncer who stands about 6'4", cigarette butts all over the floor. We're all here to forget the day and leave our worries behind. We like the cheap beer and we love the women. Welcome y'all to hillbilly heaven. Getting smoky, the music's getting louder. The band's been playing the past 3 hours. Big Jim throws a five up on the stage floor. Yells, play that Freebird song once more. Bubba's in the corner, picking a fight. Just another good time, honky tonk night. There's chicken wire in front of the stage. Folks line dancing to the latest craze. A bouncer who stands about 6'4", cigarette butts all over the floor. We're all here to forget the day and leave our worries behind. We like the cheap beer and we love the women. Welcome y'all to hillbilly heaven. Hillbilly heaven. Hillbilly heaven. Well, there's chicken wire in front of the stage. Folks line dancing to the latest craze. A bouncer who stands about 6'4", cigarette butts all over the floor. We're all here to forget the day and leave our worries behind. We like the cheap beer and we love the women. Welcome y'all to hillbilly heaven. Yeah, we like the cheap beer and we love the women. Welcome y'all to hillbilly heaven. Hillbilly heaven. All right. Hillbilly heaven. Y'all come down. Hillbilly heaven. Hillbilly heaven. That's right.
Thanks for joining me tonight in Hillbilly Heaven, otherwise known as the Tim Kelly Show, with my good friend Brian Pataluna. And our interview is going to air next Thursday night. I'll go on the air live at 7:30 or at 7 p.m. That's when I go on the air. 7 p.m. Central Time, live on the website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. And Brian Pataluna is going to join us on the program shortly after. We're going to get to hear the stories behind these three songs that we're playing of his tonight. And I sure look forward to talking to him. It's going to be a fun interview. And guys, you got to go to the bottom of the homepage of my website as well to check out the full live interview schedule that I've got coming up. And I'm adding more to it all the time. And we got some good ones coming up. So some talented folks out there, and they find me or I find them. That's how it works. And if I can say New Country's best behind their songs, that definitely gets you played 3 times in a row. So let's do the third one for Brian Pataluna, a song that he wrote for his wife and they played at their wedding. It is called My Perfect Moment on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
One Friday night with nothing to do, my buddy called me up, said let's go drink a few. So we headed on out and hit this local bar. Was in the corner checking out the scene. That's when it happened, you walked by me. At that moment my life would change for good. thought she could be the one. You are my perfect moment, that one you always dream of. Oh, I can't believe that it's happened to me. True love has won me over. I can feel it in my soul, girl. I'm so glad that I found you. It started slowly, little notes and gifts. Felt like forever till we first kissed. But it quickly grew into this wonderful thing called love. Sitting here thinking about my life. That sweet girl is now my wife. Was it fate? Was it destiny? I'll take it either way. You are my perfect moment, that one you always dream of. Oh, I can't believe that it's happened to me. True love has won me over. I can feel it in my soul, girl, girl. I'm so glad that I found you. Was it fate? Was it destiny? I'll take it either way. You are my perfect moment, that one you always dream of. Oh, I can't believe that it's happened to me. True love has won me over. I can feel it in my soul, girl. I'm so glad that I found you. True love has won me over. I can feel it in my soul, girl. I'm so glad that I found you.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's got to be you in your pickup truck with the painted up blonde-haired girl sitting by your side. When you open your mouth, lies are coming out. I'm the last girl that you're thinking about. Well, baby, I'm the cold hard truth if you can't bear it. And honey, if the shoe fits, go ahead and wear it. I'm tired of you running round and hurting me the way you do. Walk on me and these boots are gonna walk on you. She can have the heart you gave me, 'cause soon she'll have to share it. So honey, if the shoe fits, we'll go ahead and wear it. Keep lying on me charge you set in place. So I've been hiding in a bunker to your latest fall from grace. You're running round on me, gave me the primer and the load. Now this powder keg you're dancing on is ready to explode. Yeah, you crumbled our foundation, built the bricks we laid by hand. Then you set this with the wrecking ball that crushed our wedding bands. My heart's like smoking residue from the barrel of a gun, and this keg will blow your cheating heart from here to kingdom come. The first time you betrayed me, raging fireworks lit the sky like Roman candles set ablaze. You saw fire in my eyes, so you like to play with matches and watch the torch burning high. But this powder keg that you've unleashed is gonna rain down from the sky. Yeah, you crumbled our foundation, built the bricks we laid by hand. Then you set this with the wrecking ball that crushed our wedding bands. My heart's like smoking residue from the barrel of a gun, and this keg will blow your cheating heart from here to kingdom come. Yeah, you crumbled our foundation, built the bricks we laid by hand. Then you set this with the wrecking ball that crushed our wedding bands. My heart's like smoking residue from the barrel of a gun, and this keg will blow your cheating heart. And this keg will blow your cheating heart from here to kingdom come.
So when I started this radio program about 13 years ago, who would have thought that there's a 3-year-old young lady that will be 16 years old this year going to be played on the Tim Kelly Show, playing the best in new country music? Well, that's her right there. Her name is Mackenzie McKetty. She's from a small town in Oklahoma, and she is fantastic. Going to be 16 years young this year, and man, she is talented. Powder Keg right there with that song has a great video to it. It is on my TV channel. That is ICTV. That stands for Indie Country Television. You can hit that tab at the top of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. You can watch Mackenzie McKetty and a bunch of artists that are super talented in action in those videos. And before that, If the Shoe Fits from Mackenzie McKetty. We're going to play her one more time here in just a second to complete her triple play. But after she is through with the 3 songs in a row, I'm going to be interviewing another great artist by the name of Will Wesley, and he happens to also be a sponsor of the Tim Kelly Show, so stay tuned for that. The third song in the triple play for Mackenzie McKetty, that's a hit too. It is called Like the Movies on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
The silver screen betrayed me when it showed me what love was like. I had high expectations, but I got devastation when I realized it wasn't right. But then I found you, and I never knew I could feel a love like this. Our hearts fit like a glove. No one could ever love me the way that you do. 'Cause love, it's not like the movies. It's not all fairy tales, happy endings. But since I found you, my heart's been set free. 'Cause your love is like a movie to me. My heart does flips when your fingertips just brush across my skin. If we were in Hollywood, I know they would make a movie about our love. No one is perfect, but darling, it's worth it. We'll make it out just fine. Through the trials and tribulations, you're my final destination, and I'll prove it to you tonight. 'Cause love, it's not like the movies. It's not all fairy tales, happy endings. But since I found you, my heart's been set free. 'Cause your love is like a movie to me. 'Cause your love is like a movie to me.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio. It is Triple Play Thursday, and that means every artist on the program gets played 3 times in a row. And not only are you going to get to hear 3 songs from this next gentleman, but you're going to get to hear the stories behind these songs with my good friend and a sponsor of the Tim Kelly Show, my buddy Will Wesley. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Tim, it's good to be here. It's good to be anywhere, and I'm glad to be on the show today.
That's right. It is good to be anywhere, but I'm glad you're here tonight, man. Thanks for doing the program again. Always a pleasure.
Man, it's always a pleasure to talk with a good friend like yourself and to share what's coming up in the future.
Absolutely. Thanks for the support, and we appreciate it, and it sure is a pleasure to play your music.
Well, thank you for playing that, and it's I'm very thankful for that. I really appreciate you always with the support you give and to play it for all your listeners. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome, man. We've done a couple of these radio interviews now, but we got a fresh new song to play called "The Search" for the folks. Brand new single. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But so tell me, in between interviews, what you been up to?
Oh, man. Now that the holiday season has been pretty much over, we have been balls to the wall nonstop. We've been moving, man.
Yeah.
And when I say moving, I mean we have been booking some shows. We got a whole week of tours in Oklahoma coming up. We got, a whole month in Texas. Then we're coming back and doing a whole other month in Texas, working on a Switzerland tour. We're also going to be in Nashville, Tennessee at the East Side Bowl, moving into that area as well. So it's since the last time we talked, we've got tours moving in, and it just keeps on coming, and I'm happy to do it.
You are getting out of the area of Louisiana a little bit then, aren't you?
More and more. It's where I live, but that great big open road goes to Colin Wesley, and I got to get on it.
There you go, absolutely. And those folks are in for a treat as well. And tell all my Oklahoma folks hi. I spent 20 years down there in southeast Oklahoma in Ada, where Blake Shelton's from, before I came back to Missouri.
One of the places I'm playing, and I think it's Tishomingo, I think is how you pronounce it, is Old Red down there.
Red, I've been there.
Old Red. You never know, old Blake might come in through the door, and I'll tell him you said hello.
You got it, man. He's one of the reasons I'm in country music, because he is from Oklahoma, and we went actually next door. His mom has a shop next door. It's got some of Blake's clothes in there. You can buy his flannel shirts and stuff like that. Some of it he's worn on The Voice when he was coach over there. But he picks up these deer sheds off his ranch out there in Tishomingo, and we bought some of them that he sells in the store. They're just like $5 for the sheds, and we decorated our bedroom with it because we like that rustic style look.
Wow, that's super cool, man. I'd like to. I might have to go try to see if I can buy a Blake Shelton shirt.
There you go. You got to stop in next door to his mom's place right there next to Old Red, and so that'll be fantastic, man. They'll be in for a treat down there at Old Red.
Oh, well, thank you for that. I'm very excited to be on there for my first time. We're going to see how it goes.
You bet. You started out as a kind of a rebel. You hated when somebody told you the word no, and in fact, at age 15, you illegally got to play in a honky-tonk in a bar.
I did. I started out that very way. You know, coming up in music, you know, I was always in the blues and jazz and country music. I know that sounds kind of like a variety there, but starting out, I started out as a session guitar player. So I would play behind a lot of different artists. And, you know, I started off playing jazz and blues in a lot of bands here in Louisiana just because that's how you worked. And the only problem was I'd get hired for the bands, and then they'd find out I'm too young to get in the bar.
Yeah.
But I had a special undercover treat that I would do. I could grow a beard at a very young age, and I would grow one. And those club owners said, well, just as long as the band takes responsibility for you and, you know, make sure you don't drink at all, we'll let you in. But don't go out there telling everybody that. And I said, well, I won't do that. But, you know, here we are years later, and it's been one of the biggest promoted pieces of every interview I do. So I'm telling the world.
There you go. You're clean shaven on your website, but you got the long hair going and maybe say a mullet. I mean, you're rocking that thing. It looks good, and it's pouring rain on you there too on the website too, by the way. But
that must have been the 12 o'clock in Texas photo
there you
shoot.
go. And we'll talk about that song too a little bit, even though we may not play that one tonight. But that is a very powerful song, man. I love playing that song.
Oh, well, man, I appreciate you playing it, and I do appreciate, you know, you allowing me to come on the show before and talk about that story. It's a very personal.
Yeah. You know, down there in Louisiana, they have this jazz down there. That's a very popular genre, but you started out kind of liking the blues, too.
Oh, yeah. You know, my dad was a blues guitar player, and when I was a kid, you know, I would be hearing everything from Merle Haggard to Johnny Cash to B.B. King to Albert Collins, you know, and I was getting a kind of a steady basis of this music all the time. And then when I became a songwriter, I found that it's always prevalent in what I write. It's country blues based music, you know.
Yeah. So you went on to be a musical director for a Grammy-winning blues artist by the name of Grady Champion for 5 years. That's cool.
Yeah, you know, Grady is a very special story to me because, you know, I met him on a music video shoot down in Natchez, Mississippi, and we were shooting one of his videos, and on break he heard me playing guitar and was like, hey, you really can play, and we struck a friendship, and, you know, I began to work with him, and I became, because of music theory and knowing music theory and all that, he actually offered me to be the music director of the band. And from there, I started becoming his music director. And I'm proud to say we toured the whole world together. We toured all over Europe, all over the United States, you know.
I've been everywhere, man. Johnny Cash made that song famous, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorites by Johnny.
I love it. You were influenced in the world of country music by such artists as Hank Williams, Marty Stewart, Chet Atkins. Man, we got a guy here in Branson. He was here for years, and I worked for him. Actually, he did a Marty Robbins tribute show, but he played that Chet Atkins style guitar. And in 2010, he won. He could play dueling banjos. He won Guitar Player of the Year, and he could do dueling banjos with just the guitar. He could make it sound like a banjo.
Oh, my God. That's a talent in all its own, that finger style of playing. I've always I've always loved those kind of that style of music, and like you said, I love Marty Stewart, I love Chet Atkins, Johnny Cash. I love the new guys too, but I love that classic country guitar picking sound.
Me too. He grew up with no electricity. His grandparents raised him in Kentucky, and he just listened to the old battery-operated radio and taught himself how to play. And I talk to so many folks, and I ask that question all the time. Did you take lessons or were you self-taught? And I think it's more than 50% will tell me that they're self-taught.
Oh, yeah. I started off being self-taught, but my father identified, he's like, Will, you're really learning this stuff fast. He said, I'm going to put you in private tutors for that. So I started learning music theory and the number system and, scale and chord theory and all that good stuff. But I did start off for a couple of years there just being completely self-taught.
Yeah, that is awesome. And you mentioned some of the modern country ones that you like. We talk about Jason Aldean, Garth, man, he's one of the big reasons I'm in country radio too. When he came out in the 90s, and he's from Oklahoma, and now I've interviewed his daughter, Allie Colleen, 3 times on this program, who's an independent artist. Wow. And then Eric Church, man, he's good too. That's all good stuff.
Oh yeah, man! I love the sound of kind of what I call the modern outlaw movement, so to speak, with Eric Church and all these guys. I love Jason Aldean, and I love a lot of what they're doing as well. I kind of have an open mind to a lot of the stuff coming out.
Yeah. So you started at the age of 15. I don't ever ask anybody's age, but you've done and seen enough in the world of country music that you've seen some major changes. And, of course, in that town in Nashville, there's been a bunch. All these guys, including Jason Aldean, are opening up their own restaurants and bars in Nashville, aren't they?
Yeah, they sure are. They sure are. Yeah. I passed by a few of those my last trip to Nashville. And, it's good to see that. In a sense, because it's good to go in a bar and feel like, hey, this is Garth's place, or hey, this is Blake's place. I love that. And yeah, the music industry definitely has changed since when I first started getting into it. It's the rise of AI, the rise of modern technology has really, I think, done a lot of good and maybe a little bad for the industry as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Well, I love the good part that it's done, because I'll tell you what, this song that Randy Travis had put together by AI is amazing. It is Randy Travis to a T, and I liked it so well that I've got this classic country radio station playing around the clock on my website, and got a lot of that great 90s country in there. And of course, Randy Travis was even popular before the 90s country came along. Forever and Ever Amen and all that. I think that was 1984 or something like that. But anyway, that new song that he's got, that AI did.
Horses in Heaven.
Yeah, it's so good that I had to put it on my classic country station, man. It's playing around there too.
I gotta say, it is amazing what they can do with AI in that sense. I'm just blown away by it that, we get to listen to Randy's voice again. And that's such a, because it was such a tragedy what happened to him. It really was, man. I also am a big Randy Travis fan, Forever and Ever Amen, or Three Wooden Crosses, and all those great classic. I mean, he's got a voice that the minute you hear it, that's Randy Travis.
Exactly. I talked to another artist, just did another interview with him, and we've done several, and he is influenced by Hank Williams Sr., and what an impact that he made on country music in 29 years of life. And unfortunately, we've lost a lot of those people, and some have had a long impact. We still got Willie Nelson with us, and man, we're lucky there. But, and a lot of those folks were in Branson, where I'm at, in the live show capital of the world, and made a huge impact, but some of them in a very short time of life. It's just amazing.
Oh, it is. And, talking about Hank Williams Sr., that to me, that's where it all, Hank Williams, growing up listening to him and listening to his approach to everything, that's what got me into country music. Hank Williams is by far my favorite of all time. I think there'll never be another. I think that he put his own stamp on country music, and he did it his way,
Yep.
And unfortunately, he lived life his way and he died his way. Yeah. But I have to respect that, and beyond the songs that he came out with, which were fantastic, I'm also just a complete, almost historian of his life. I love to read the stories about his last ride in Lloyd Carr and how he passed away on New Year's, morning, and just the story of how he was writing a song even before he died.
Yeah.
That's a prolific songwriter to me. That's someone
is
that
something. And I was just looking it up too. He passed away in 1953. I didn't come along till 1962. So and there's a great tribute. There's a bunch of tribute shows that are done all over the world, but there's especially one here in Branson. A guy by the name of Tim Hadler, who I've actually met. He is Hank Williams Sr., man. He's got the look down, the sound, the whole 9 yards.
I got to go check that out. I really do. I'd love to see a show like that.
There's some good ones. But you know what I do, and I've been doing for the last 12 and a half years, is playing the independent artist who, like you want to stay true to yourself. You want to make your own kind of original music and tell the stories that have impacted you and you know is going to have a profound impact on others.
That's right. That's right. And that's what I try to do. And I'm very thankful to be on the show and being able to tell those stories. I appreciate you giving me an outlet to do that.
You are welcome. So let's bring that up. Let's talk about your brand new single. It is called The Search. Tell us about this one.
You know, The Search is a very philosophical approach, and I'm gonna tell you why. 12 O'Clock in Texas and The Search were written around the same time. I'm not going to say they're related songs, but they're coming from the same mindset. And what The Search asks, begs the question is, we spend our lives searching for things that sometimes we never find. And if we found it, would we be happy if we got it? And, the real question in The Search is more of a spiritual question. There's a line in the song that says, I saw the rider coming, his color awful pale. He took you off to heaven, but left me here in hell. Meaning the idea being, of course, naturally many would say, well, that's another reference to your brother. To a degree, yes. But, the song is more vague in its notion that as human beings, we spend our lives searching, and when we think we found the answer, sometimes we find out we got to learn it all over again. And it's with that notion that we created a very creative music video. I'm very, very proud of this. I have Jordan Fontenot for Faux Show Productions, who once again has filmed this one with me. He's done my last 4 videos. We created a music video that actually takes you along the journey of a character throughout the evolution of his life. And I'm proud to say that we did this without CGI or AI of any kind. We literally took the time to create this through a character. And what we did is we took that character and we started him off at a young age, which I'm playing the character. But over the months to come, you're going to see the years of his life and how this character, he's getting older and older until eventually he is completely an old man. And he is searching for something this whole video. He's searching for something that we're not going to disclose until you see the video. There's a big twist at the end. But what you're going to find is at the end, when he finds what he's looking for, he spent his life searching for something he didn't want. And then that's where I'm going to put it off right there and just let you watch the video dropping this Friday. And it's going to tell the story. It's going to tell the story of a very philosophical approach to this character.
Now you got me all excited because I have the TV channel ICTV, that is Indie Country Television, and I am dying to put that video up now.
Well, man, that makes me very, very happy. Tim, I appreciate you putting the video on the television show and letting all your viewers view it, because I got to tell you, I'm very proud of the work that we've done on these recent videos, including 12 O'Clock in Texas. But I think they're really going to enjoy The Search. I really do. Absolutely.
And 12 O'Clock in Texas is a song you wrote about your brother. You unfortunately lost him due to an addiction of a drug overdose. And you told that story on our last interview. And I really appreciate you putting your heart and your soul out there. And, you're just as real as can be. And that's why I love talking to the independent artists too, man, because you guys are just as genuine and real. And so tell us a little bit about that one too.
Well, 12 O'Clock in Texas, Tim, was a song that started this little duo of videos, to be honest. Like I said, they're not related, but they are. And when I say that, it's because, I think a man deals with different emotions when they lose a brother. And 12 O'Clock in Texas was about the death of my brother Daniel, and it's a song about how I felt a week after his death and thinking about us as kids and growing up, but also realizing that he's never coming home again, that he's passed. And I wanted to create, a week after I've told the story that I was on tour in Texas, and all of a sudden a gale force wind just come across the road one night around Galveston when I was coming home, and I just couldn't help but to feel like that was the spirit of my brother saying goodbye. And it was the next day that I got up and started penning the lyrics to what would become 12 O'Clock in Texas. And, you know, the song and the video tells the story of two brothers and, you know, the spiritual love between them that not even death can conquer, the love between brothers. And that's carrying on as well into the search, is that now that it's just one brother left, he's searching for something.
Yeah.
But what he finds, it's not necessarily what he thought he would find.
You know, I told this to an artist the other day that I was talking to. By you doing what you're doing in the world of country music, these folks that have gone before us, like your brother, like Hank Williams Sr., all of these folks that you're paying homage to by keeping music alive and traditional country music alive, you're doing a great thing in their honor.
Well, I want to thank you for that, Tim. I really hope that the people enjoy the work that we're doing, and I intend to be putting a lot more of it out there in the coming future. And once again, I want to thank you for playing my music videos on your television show, and I'm proud to sponsor your show, and I'm proud to be a part of it, because I can tell you really do love independent music and independent artists. And you never said this to me personally, but I just get the feeling that one of the things you may love about independent artists is the fact that they're untainted by the industry. They're still pure in what they're creating, you know?
Absolutely.
And I feel that it's people like you who help bring our music to the forefront. So you're just as big a part of this as I am. So I want to thank you for that.
I believe that to a T, and I actually, too, believe that hard work and talent will always rise to the top, and that's where I see you headed, my friend.
Well, thank you, man. The top's a long climb, but if I get there, we'll go there together.
Absolutely. Will Wesley's with us today on the Tim Kelly Show on this Triple Play Thursday. We're going to play The Search, and then we're going to come back and talk about a couple of more songs that I absolutely love, Let It Burn and Paint This County. Will Wesley on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best. I can definitely say that behind all of your songs on this Triple Play Thursday.
Early in the morning, ride the open road. There ain't no destination, but it's all I've ever known. The colors of the years change before my eyes, and the methods to my madness have withered up and died. As I think of you, as I think of you, though my heart was made for trying, it lost the will to beat. Though my head ain't in the clouds, there's no ground beneath my feet. For eternity I ride down the old highway. Well, they tell me that you're gone, but I'm still searching anyway. Distance fuels persistence when your heart is on the line. And I'm playing hide and seek with the demons in my mind. I saw the rider coming, his colors awful pale. He took you off the heaven and left me here in hell. Though my heart was made for trying, it lost the will to be. Though my head ain't in the clouds, clouds. There's no ground beneath my feet. For eternity I ride down your highway. Yeah, they tell me that you're gone, but I'm still searching anyway. Yeah, they tell me that I'm lost, but no one's searching anyway. Searching anyway.
His name is Will Wesley. That is his brand new single out to radio. It is called The Search. You kind of just heard the story behind it, and we got a video coming right behind it as well that I'm excited about. So we'll get to see that whole thing in full length here real soon. Man, that's good stuff. Thank you, sir.
Hey, man, I really appreciate that, man. We're kind of going back to our folk Americana roots on this one.
There you go. You know, I've always said about those other genres, if it sounds country, I'll play it on the radio. I've been getting a lot of great Americana music.
Hey, man, Americana's where it's at. At least that's where my heart's at. I love good Americana music.
Oh, absolutely. I've got this band called the Lonesome Six. They're from Houston, Texas. They're also sponsors of the Tim Kelly Show. And both of you guys' logos are scrolling across my YouTube channel right now as we're live on the air. So I do that for you for the whole 3-hour show. But you get to not only see and experience their music, but you get to hear a lot of it on this station because I love playing that genre too.
Well, man, and I really love the fact that you're doing that. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to have to go check out the Lonesome Six. I'm going to check them out.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. You know, it says in your bio that country radio around the world began to take notice of the attitude oozing from the songs that you play on the that you have out to radio. I love your attitude, man. You're high energy just like me. It's always a pleasure talking to you on the radio.
Well, thank you, man. I don't really get a whole lot of sleep these days. I'm always energetic and moving.
Man, it's the same way here. In fact, I made a post not too long ago because I get a lot of folks that send me music through Facebook Messenger, but I can only listen to it through there. I can't load it into my system, so I had to put out my email, and that just kind of blew up. So I've got a lot of great radio interviews coming off of that post that I made here the other day.
You know, when I'm on the road listening to the radio, I'm going to be listening to those interviews. I love to hear the other artists you have on the show as well, man.
Yeah, and, you know, I definitely love saying new country's best. I can say it behind yours, but, yeah, we'll get some good ones coming up. So that I appreciate that, man. You're always so supportive. And I love when I see that, too, in other artists, you know, that they help and support other artists. They listen to their music, they go check them out, and, you know, they reach out maybe as songwriters or somebody you might want to do a duet with down the road. You just never know.
Absolutely. I love doing duets, and I love to support other artists as well. You know, hey, we're all in this boat together, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's hear the story about Let It Burn, Let It All Burn. I love this one, too.
You know, Let It All Burn is where it kind of started for me, Tim. You know, a couple of years back, I mean, we all know the classic country story of a bad relationship. But, you know, at this point, when I was writing this song, you know, I was doing a complete brand shift from what I had been doing. And it was a song that I wrote about just being so fed up with my inadequacies, a song about being fed up with, you know, at the time I was having a bout with alcoholism that I'm proud to say I've overcome for many years now. But at the time, I was really struggling with that. And I was struggling with the idea of feeling like I wasn't where I wanted to be. And Let It All Burn was a song that was kind of baptism under fire from that. You know, I wrote the song about my frustrations of my inadequacies and feeling like I wanted to let it just burn it all out and start fresh, start clean. And that's what I did. And Let It All Burn was the first of a trilogy of music videos that I created back in 2020 called the Let It All Burn trilogy. And those videos follow, once again, a character who we're in 1943, and it's wartime, and he's coming home just to find out that as the evolution of this character goes on, that we're not really in 1943. We're in current times, and it's all in his head. Mm-hmm. And we find that out over this trilogy of videos, Let It All Burn, Leah, and Attitude. Wow. And it all started right here with Let It All Burn.
Isn't that something? You know, they do that in the springtime. In the wintertime, you get all of these fields that, you know, are just still dead and they got a lot of high grass or whatever, and they do these control burns and they let it all burn, and then it comes back greener and more beautiful than ever before, doesn't it?
It does, and that was the inspiration behind the song, spiritually speaking.
That is awesome. Paint This County is the next one that's going to kick off the top of the next hour. Tell us about this one as well.
You know, it's just a good old-fashioned country rocker right there. You know, we talked about Jason Aldean and Eric Church and those kind of artists, and it was kind of more of the modern side of some of my songwriting, you know, just wanting to get out and let your hair down and have a good time and roll the windows down or get on your motorcycle and just blare this tune. There's not a whole lot of depth in it in the sense it's just a good, feel-good rockin' country song.
There you go. And speaking of winter, that's almost over by the time we air this, so we can roll those windows down maybe and do some of that rocking to these country tunes, because I'll tell you what, man, it was a rough one. We had another snowstorm come through here a while back, and we were absolutely buried, and it got down to about 10 below. February was tough in Springfield, Missouri, and Branson, so...
Well, it wasn't too much easy. Y'all were tougher than us down there when it comes to the climate. But I tell you, we had some freakish weather here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We got a freakish snowstorm for the first time, and I don't even remember when, maybe 2002 or something. We got like 8 inches of snow, Tim.
Man.
And it covered for days on end. And I'm proud to say that when you go and watch the music video to The Search, we actually got that very snowstorm of 25 in that music video. There's a brief moment where you'll see the snow. I'm actually in my home state where we filmed that.
That will be awesome to see. You know, I saw something else that was just crazy. Speaking of Louisiana and down there where you've got these alligators that are probably walking up in your, they may be walking up in your front yard time to time, I don't know, but there were alligators that were actually frozen in these ponds, and their noses are sticking up out of the water, and they just kind of hibernate in that. And I know frogs do it and all that. They've got like their own kind of antifreeze, you know, that they hibernate in the wintertime like that. But I saw that in alligators too. I'd never seen that before. That's pretty wild.
I would have never known an alligator can do that, but I'm glad to know it, because now when I see one frozen, I will avoid it still.
Exactly. Me too. And I was just talking to another artist. I asked him if he've ever ate it, and we're just a few minutes away from Bass Pro Shops, the world headquarters here in Springfield, Missouri, and they actually serve it in one of the restaurants, and I love to eat it. I don't want to hunt it or deal with one of them, but it's pretty good stuff.
I'll tell you, I have had some alligator tail before in my life down here in Louisiana, and I'm going to tell you, with a little garlic butter, it's not too bad.
It is pretty good, yep. Well, so is your music. It is really good, and we're going to have a good time playing the next 2 songs on this Triple Play Thursday, and I want to thank you for your time today, my friend.
Well, I want to thank you for having me. It's always one of my favorite interviews to come on the Tim Kelly Show. It's always a pleasure, and I love being here.
I appreciate it. Tell your wife we said hello as well, and where can folks find you on social media if they want to check out more of Will Wesley's music?
Well, I will tell my wife you said hello. I'm sure she'll be glad to hear it. And you can find my music at willwesleymusic.com, and you can stream my music anywhere you get your music, Spotify, Apple, Pandora, wherever it's convenient, I'm there. You can also check me out on YouTube. And you know what? Real quickly, we got some more exciting advancements coming in the coming months. We're doing a documentary film called The Last Troubadour. That's going to be coming out, too. And, hey, I'd like to come back on your show and talk to you when we start the ball rolling on that.
You got it, my friend. Have a great spring, and maybe we'll see you here in the summer in the live show capital of the world. Or definitely going to be seeing you on the radio. That is for sure. I'll have you back anytime. The door is always open.
Well, thank you, my friend, and I look forward to talking to you again.
You got it. His name is Will Wesley. Let it all burn on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
Long drive 95 down the road that leaves this place. 'Cause everywhere I go, I know I'm reminded of her face. The ups, turning downs, and the frowns, and the rounds of alcohol. And I can't erase or replace the reasons that I fall. I won't let it all burn. I won't light up the dawn and take my turn. I'm taking back all the things that I left behind. All the ups and the downs and the frowns and the rounds of alcohol. I won't let it all burn. You pick me up, put me down to the ground, then you're gone again. The good turns to bad, and the sad, and the glad, and where'd you go? I start to think I'm a sing, so I do my best to try to let you go. Oh no, I won't let it all burn. I wanna light up the dark in my heart tonight and take my turn, take back all the things that I left behind. All the ups and the downs and the frowns and the rounds of our home. I wanna let it all burn. Take my turn. I'm taking back all the things that I left behind. All the ups and the downs and the frowns and the rounds of our home, baby. All the ups and the downs and the frowns and the rounds of our home. I wanna let it all burn. Yeah. I wanna let it all burn.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
There's gotta be a place in this town where the drinks are flowing and the women are loud. I get so tired of the same old thing, working 9 to 5 for a workday king. Your perfect world doesn't work for me, a slave in chains that'll never be free. I'd rather party till the break of day, at least I'm not throwing my life away. Now I'm just trying to have a little fun from the rounds I'm buying. If you wanna roll with me, we can have a lot of fun when the work day's done. Yeah, we're gonna paint this county. We're gonna paint this county. When I was young, Daddy worked in the plants. His boots grew roots and he never looked back. He would drown in a bottle of gin, saying, son, don't you ever turn out like them. I was working on a 3-man crew, breaking my back for $1 or $2. The time came when I walked away, 'cause I'm not my father, won't live that way. Now I'm just trying to have a little fun from the rounds I'm buying. If you wanna roll with me, we can raise some hell in the Bible Belt. Sparks ignite and pure white lightning. I'll have another round if you're down, I'm buying. If you wanna roll with me, we can have a lot of fun when the work day's done. Yeah, we're gonna paint this county. I'm just trying to have a little fun from the rounds I'm buying. If you wanna roll with me, we can raise some hell in the Bible Belt. Sparks ignite and pure white lightning. I'll have another round if you're down, I'm buying. If you wanna roll with me, we can have a lot of fun when the work day's done. Yeah, we're gonna paint this county. We're gonna paint this county. Yeah, we're gonna paint this county. We're gonna paint this county.
That is the third song in the triple play for my good friend Will Wesley, who also happens to be a sponsor of the Tim Kelly Show. And man, he is fantastic. He's got some great country music. You got to go check him out. WillWesley.com is where you can find him. It's on the back of the shirt that I happen to be wearing right now. He is a sponsor and sent me some great merch. And I'm live on TikTok over here at Tim Kelly on Air, rocking that merch right now. Absolutely. And he's rocking the house and rocking this county, too, with his great music. I'm in Taney County. That's where we are in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. Tomorrow night, I'll be in Greene County in Springfield, Missouri, doing my show live at the 55 and up upscale community for Creekside at Elfindale. You got to join me there. We'll hit the airwaves again tomorrow night for New Music Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Welcome to hour number 3 of the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. I am live on TikTok at Tim Kelly on Air. I'm also live on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio. And we've got 60 more minutes of the best in new country music straight ahead and some more triple plays. How about 3 from this next young artist from Machesney Park, Illinois? She's my good friend McKenna Faith Winters. No Heartstrings Attached, the first one of 3 on KICR, Indie Country Radio's Triple Play Thursday.
We could keep this thing going, say everything's just fine. I could say that I'm happy, but that would be a lie. Do you not care like I do? Do you not have anything to lose? Must be nice to be the one wearing your shoes. Then I could fall, but not fall all the way. Use 3 little words to make you stay. Break promises and twist and turn the facts. Text the next when we're out at night. Now feel a thing when I make you cry. Don't know how you do it, boy, 'cause I can't. Wish I could love you like a man, with no heartstrings attached. Started out as a good time, guess I wanted more. I can't help it, I go all in. It's my style, but it ain't yours. Let's trade places, me and you. Flip it to my point of view. Give you a taste of what it's like loving you. Then I could fall, but not fall all the way. Use 3 little words to make you stay. Break promises and twist and turn the facts. Text the next when we're out at night. Now feel a thing when I make you cry. Don't know how you do it, boy, 'cause I can't. Wish I could love you like a man, with no heartstrings attached. Whoa, then I could fall, but not fall all the way. Use 3 little words to make you stay. Break promises and twist and turn the facts. Text the next when we're out at night. Now feel a thing when I make you cry. Don't know how you do it, boy, 'cause I can't. Wish I could love you like a man, with no heartstrings attached. Let's trade places, me and you.
Song number 2.
Hey girl, you don't know me, but I sure know what it's like to be hanging off his every word, thinking you're the reason his world turns. It turns for you, used to turn for me, but you'll see who he turns out From one girl to another, from one ex to the next. Boys like him don't ever change. Don't go thinking you're so different before you head into a heartbreak. Here's a little something you should know. To him you're just a number, and he goes from one girl to another. Your door, dance it down the aisle of the grocery store. He turns it on for you, he turned it on for me, but I'll turn it back off just as easily. From one girl to another, from one ex to the next. Boys like him don't ever change. Don't go thinking you're so different before you head into a heartbreak. Here's a little something you should know. To him you're just a number, and he goes from one girl to one girl, get in the line. Why do you think he'd ever change it up this time? Oh, run girl, don't you look back. You don't need a guy who's gonna treat you like that. From one girl to another, from one ex to the next. Boys like him don't ever change. Don't go thinking you're so different before you head into a heartbreak. Here's a little something you should know. To him you're just a number, and he goes from one girl to another. One girl, he goes from one girl to another.
Once again, she is my good friend McKenna Faith Winters. She has been a special guest on the Tim Kelly Show a couple of times. Always a pleasure catching up with her and catching up with her music as well. Go check out One Girl to Another. The video to that song is on my TV channel. That is Indie Country Television, ICTV. That tab is at the top of the homepage at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. And before that, No Heartstrings Attached. And we got one more from McKenna Faith Winters coming up for the third one in her triple play. Her brand new single out to radio is called Can't Hug a Memory from McKenna Faith Winters on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
When I don't think of you, still not sure what I'm supposed to do. You were such a part of me, I was such a part of you. If you were here 100 years, you would still be gone too soon. Oh, how I miss you here with me. I wish I knew that you could feel my love from where you are. Even though you're in my heart, it's just
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
And this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Riding shotgun in a four-wheel drive. There's a full moon blaring on this Alabama night. Me and my boys looking for some fun, raising hell, chasing tail in that midnight sun. Turned left by the field, parked by the gate. Heard Waylon and Merle, Keith Whitley, then some Blake. Jumped on over, walked on in, and I said, my name's Randy, these boys are my friends. There were angels around, trouble in their eyes, with their pretty flannel shirts and their cut-off covered thighs. Dancing around, beers in their hands, by the water, by the fire, and they were raising some sand. And I smiled at one, she winked back at me. Next thing I knew, she was teaching birds and bees. What a night to remember, never forget all the fun that we found in those Alabama streets. Now we couldn't believe we had come on such a dream with these country little cuties way out here in the trees. Me and my boys looking for some fun. What a time that we found under the midnight sun. That's the way it goes. Stuff is for real when you're riding shotgun with your buddies by a field. What a night to remember. Never forget all the fun that we found in those Alabama states. There were angels around, trouble in their eyes, with their pretty flannel shirts and their cut-off covered thighs. Dancing around, beers in their hands, by the water, by the firemen, they were raising some sand. And we couldn't believe we had come on such a dream with these country little cuties way out here in the trees. What a night to remember, never forget all the fun that we found in those Alabama states. Alabama, 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 Alabama states.
Song number 2.
How I love your face, how I love your smile. It lights up a room like a neon glow from a harvest moon. When you laugh, it's free. When you stare at me, it flies to my soul like a ghost wind from your heart of gold. I never want to lose this or do anything to bruise this. This thing will last us all our days. What a gift to find this love of yours and mine. It's so amazing. And all the saints pretend You're my very best friend, you stand by my side when the weather vane spins from those hurricane winds. Come and dream with me. Close your eyes, you'll see how forever feels as we hold hands through those daisy fields. I never want to lose this or do anything to bruise this. Hey, this thing will last us all our days. What a gift to find this love of yours and mine. It's so amazing. I never want to lose this or do anything to bruise this. This thing will last us all our days. What a gift to find this love of yours and mine. Oh, what a gift to find a love like yours and mine. It's so amazing. It's so amazing.
His music is amazing, and that happens to be the title of that song right there. His name is Randy Cobb, and before that, Alabama Sticks. He is from Alabama, and he hangs around in those sticks, but he travels out a little bit, and hopefully we'll get to see him in Branson, Missouri one of these days, the live show capital of the world. Music by Randy Cobb is where you can find him on Facebook, particularly on the social media. Go check him out. He's fantastic, and he was a special guest on the Tim Kelly Show a while back, and I love playing his music still to this day. Absolutely, he's super good. New Country's Best, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got going on tonight. You can check out the video to this next song on ICTV, Indie Country Television, on the top of the homepage of my website, KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. Not on Me, the third song in the triple play for Randy Cobb on KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Firing up my pickup, I'm on my way to work. 8 to 5 just to get mine, living life for what it's worth. Now I'm down to my last dollar, last cigarette. Still worried about tomorrow, but I ain't giving up yet. Damn it, I'm gonna preach. Everybody wants to get there fast, got a soul for you gonna read. You've got your hands out, but these handouts ain't for free. No, baby, not on me. Baby, not on me. Oh, us backwood boys are yelling, not on me. That's what you used to, but it's time for things to change. This living off the back of the working man's the wrong way to earn your pay. 'Cause we learn young how to do it. This is how we were born and raised. We wake up, go to work, make it home, go to church, love God, family, USA. You do it your way. Man, I've given all I think I can give. made by the sweat of my brow, forged me the life that I live. And I'm tired of what's going on. I think it's time people to see there ain't nothing for free. Yeah. Oh, us backwood boys are yelling out on me. Oh, not on me. Ain't nothing for free. Yeah, not on me.
You're listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
I'm not looking for a hero, I'm not looking for a friend. I'm not looking for nothing that'll break this heart again. I'm not looking for answers that I haven't found yet. I'm just looking for something that'll help make me forget. Just be my painkiller, a one-night heart healer. Give me whatever you got that can make this hurt go away. Tonight you can be the one to kiss my lips and leave me numb. Whisper in my ear, make them disappear for a little while. Just be my painkiller. Be my painkiller. Finally come down to my last resort. Gonna have to try something I never thought I'd try before. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. But I got a feeling that missing him will kill me if I don't. Just be my painkiller, a one-night heart healer. Give me whatever you got that can make this hurt go away. Tonight you can be the one to kiss my lips and leave me numb. Whisper in my ear, make them disappear for a little while. Just be my painkiller. Be my painkiller. Don't say a word, just help me say goodbye. And be my painkiller, one-night heart healer. Give me whatever you got that can make this hurt go away. Tonight you can be the one to kiss my lips and leave me numb. Whisper in my ear, make them disappear for a little while. Just be
Number 2.
Heart shattered like a windshield. My pocket's like a gaslight on E. Three bald tires and a shady spare, but way too tired to care about anything but chasing the dream. This old gal ain't giving up. Yeah, I know the odds are tough. I still got blacktop left to burn and songs the world ain't never heard. In the rearview mirror I see the little girl I used to be, and she still loves to ride these Tennessee miles. Stars in the Nashville sky shine as bright as they once did. Each gray hair, it tells a story, but it's nowhere near the end. Yeah, the future's in my hands. This old gal ain't giving up. Yeah, I know the odds are tough. Still got blacktop left to burn and songs the world ain't never heard. In the rearview mirror I see the little girl I used to be, and she still loves to ride these Tennessee miles. Dollar tips and broken strings, calloused hands and neon dreams, empty crowds and sleepless nights. I still believe it's worth the fight. This old gal ain't giving up. I know the odds are tough. I still got blacktop left to burn and songs the world ain't never heard. In the rearview mirror I see the little girl I used to be, and she still loves to ride. Oh, I still love to ride these Tennessee miles. Stars in the Nashville sky shine as bright as they once did.
Her name is Dawn Ricks. That is R-I-X on the last name. Go find her at Dawn Ricks Music. She is fantastic, and I'm glad she found me several years ago. We recently did a great radio interview that tomorrow will be 30 days since we did it, and the release of her brand new single that we're going to play for the third one in her triple play. But that right there, one of my all-time favorite songs, Tennessee Miles. Great story behind that, and Painkiller as well. You can check out the latest interview that we just wrapped up about 30 days ago in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives at the top of the homepage of my website at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. The latest single for Dawn Ricks out to radio, and I got to do the worldwide radio premiere of it last February the 7th. It is called Broken Pieces on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Please don't get me wrong, you're doing everything right, and I wanna go where you wanna go, just not tonight. I'm still healing from a wound that cut too deep. taking it one step at a time, relearning how to breathe. I know it's not fair, you have to pay for his mistakes, but I'll get past the hurt and let you in someday. But it ain't easy letting go when forever walks away. It leaves a home. Wish I could find the answer, but I don't know where to start. Trying to love you with the broken pieces of my heart. If you misread the signs I didn't mean to send, I apologize. My battered heart's still on the mend. I've been working on laying demons down, and I've got a feeling you can help me clear 'em out. But it ain't easy letting go when forever walks away. It leaves a hole. Wish I could find the answer, but I don't know where to start. Trying to love you with the broken pieces of my heart. Wish I could find the answer, but I don't know where to start. Trying to love you with, trying to love you with the broken pieces of my heart.
Hey y'all, this is Ashley Ewing, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
Sad days are coming, I can feel it in my bones. The skies are turning gray, yeah, I'm feeling all alone. The wind's blowing hard and the rain's pouring down. Gonna keep moving forward, just like you're still around. I'm gonna hold my head up high, keep my eyes on the prize. Be thankful every day that the sun does rise. I'll do just like you want me to. Yeah, I'll keep living like I'm living life for you. Know that times will get tough and the roads will get long. I'll take it one day at a time. Yeah, I'll try to stay strong. Though I know it's gonna hurt, gonna bear through the pain. 'Cause I know we'll meet again in a much better place. I'm gonna hold my head up high, keep my eyes on the prize. Be thankful every day that the sun does rise. I'll do just like you want me to. Yeah, I'll keep living
like I'm living life for you. I'm gonna hold my head up high, keep my eyes on the prize, be thankful every day that the sun does rise. I'll do just like you want me to. I'll do just like you want me to. And I'll keep living like I'm living life for you. I'll keep living like I'm living life for you.
Song number 2.
She's got her mama's good looks, got her daddy's bad temper. She had them angel wings, then she cut them off with scissors. She's a little slice of heaven out the raising hell. She's a real cowgirl, can't you tell? She ain't no buckle bunny, I hate to tell you, but she ain't someone to be running around in Daisy Dukes. That girl right there's more cowboy than you. For a girl like that, I give all my money. She ain't no buckle bunny, no. You can't tame that girl, she's wild as hell. If you roll those eyes, man, I wish you well. You can buy her a drink, but don't expect more. Cause she'll still be drinking when you hit the floor. She ain't no buckle bunny, I hate to tell you, but she ain't someone to be running around in Daisy Dukes. That girl right there's more cowboy than you. For a girl like that, I give all my money. She ain't no buckle bunny, no. Now you wouldn't last 8 seconds. She ain't no buckle bunny, I hate to tell you, but she ain't someone to be running around in Daisy Dukes. That girl right there's more cowboy than you. For a girl like that, I give all my money. For a girl like that, I give all my money. She ain't no buckle bunny, no. She ain't no buckle bunny. Oh no, she ain't.
That is brand new music from my good friend Dylan Gray. It is called Buckle Bunny, and if you don't know what one of those are, you haven't been on the dance floor lately. That's what you do with a girl when you get close enough, you're rubbing belt buckles, and she ain't no Buckle Bunny, though, he's saying on that one. I love that tune, and before that, another great song called Living a Life for You. The third one in the triple play for Dylan Gray is called Working Man's Prayer on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Lord, I don't know what you see in me with these cards you keep on dealing to me. I know there's a reason, but God, please give me a sign. I'm trying to hold tough, trying to make it through, but there's only so much I can do. Feel I'm doing my best just to survive. I'm trying to put food on the table, trying to make time for my kids. I'm trying to raise
raise them right in a world screwed up as this. These days, Lord, it's hard to make a living down here between hell and heaven. I can't never get ahead no matter how hard I try. Hell, I'm working 2 jobs, yet I still don't have a dime. I love my wife and I love my kids. I hope that I can do right by them. I ain't praying for money, Lord, I'm just praying for time. I'm trying to put food on the table, trying to make time for my kids. I'm trying to raise them right in a world screwed up as this. These days, Lord, it's hard to make a living down here between hell and heaven. Lord, I know that you're busy, so I'll try to hold my breath, but I'm drowning down here. And Lord, I'm scared to death, trying to put food on the table, trying to make time for my kids. I'm trying to raise them right in a world screwed up as this. These days, Lord, it's hard to make a living. These days, Lord, it's hard to make a living down here between hell and heaven. Down here between hell and heaven.
His name is Dylan Gray. That is called Working Man's Prayer. It is hard to make a living out here in hell and heaven, isn't it? Man, I love the title of that song and the lyrics. Man, that's fantastic. And if you're in country music, you're working really hard. And I appreciate everyone that works hard on their craft and sends me what I can call New Country's best. It has been a pleasure having you all tuned in tonight on this Triple Play Thursday. Let's do it again tomorrow night. We'll call it New Music Friday, and I'll hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time tomorrow night. My special guest tomorrow night will be Brandon Bing and Dave Donatelli. I'll pull that one from the Tim Kelly Show interview archives, and we'll do a replay on that. It was a great time talking to him, so we'll do that. And I want to thank Meredith Crawford and also my sponsor, Will Wesley, for joining me live on the program tonight. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until tomorrow night, I will see you on the radio from Creekside at Elfindale tomorrow night, by the way, in Springfield, Missouri. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. Taking back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn turn it up. Let me make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. Oh, I'll see you on the radio. I'll see you on